Hey Bobcats, I'm Wesley Bodensteiner.
And I'm Luke Miller, and welcome back to another episode of The Sage.
Today we've got packages on boys lacrosse, video game inflation, and a prom dress project you won't want to miss.
Plus a spotlight on a local karate dojo that's teaching kids more than just kicks and punches.
Let's roll the intro. Now, heading to the field, the lacrosse team is putting in serious effort this season.
Cooper, Emry, and Nixon went to see how the season is going.
Boys lacrosse here at Sage Creek has had a season of excitement, and a good sports team always has a good foundation. We spoke to Coach Dan, the head coach, about his experience on the field.
I'd say my favorite part about coaching is watching the guys develop into young men and just teaching them respect, responsibility, and how to play this game that I've been playing since I was like their age. So that's pretty much what I enjoy the most. So building team chemistry for the players is all centered around excitement to play. It's also about finding the things that makes them motivated, whether that's, coming to practice and working hard, building that team camaraderie through film nights and team dinners and team events, but really just bringing the boys together and building the community around the sport of lacrosse.
Thanks to Coach Dan, the boys on the team have bonded over time and continue to learn more from each other each practice. Nonetheless, the sport of lacrosse has its difficulties. Let's hear from Brock Lopez, a freshman on varsity, about what lacrosse is to him.
So at first my dad made me do it, and then I realized it was actually a really fun sport, and so I kept with it and played. Being on the smaller side, it kind of it makes it a lot harder to keep the ball because everyone else is bigger than you, and they just drop you all the time.
It looks like the hard work is going to pay off in the future. Reporting for The Sage, this has been Emry, Molina, Nixon, Ebate, and Cooper Rex.
Good luck to the team as they continue their season.
Alright, let's pivot. Have you seen how pricey games are becoming?
Yeah, and it's not just the price. Gavin, Jack, and Austin are here to break down what's going on and whether it's still worth hitting add to cart.
Man, that was cool. Let's see how much it costs. $450 for the new console and $80 for the new Mario Kart. Over recent years, the standard pricing for video games, $60, has now gone up to $80 with the recent release of Mario Kart World and other Switch 2 exclusives.
I believe $80 is too much and they should lower the prices. It's just overpriced and expensive. I understand that they put a lot of hard work into it, but that doesn't mean it should be that pricey.
There's a large variety of video games in terms of what the genre is, how much content that there is that could justify a video game maybe costing a little more. If a video game has taken a really long time to produce and there's a lot of content and hard work that goes into it, I have no problem supporting the developers of that game.
The sudden price increase brings to question the reasons why. Social studies teacher and video game enthusiast, Mr. Dexter Torty, explains his reasoning on why he believes the price change.
Video games are a global entity, kind of a global market, and so it makes sense that with some of the uncertainty that's going on across the board that they are being affected in terms of pricing. And I think just like all the other goods that are increasing in price right now, obviously inflation is going to have an effect on everybody in their pockets. And I think ultimately it's going to, create consumers who are hopefully more careful about their decisions. I think maybe moving away from a model where you get every game you're interested in, but really now prioritizing maybe a smaller number of games that you want to play or that you'll invest in and want to get into.
Nintendo has raised video game pricing to a new level, and whether or not this pricing will remain as the standard, video games will continue to be released, and people will continue to buy them. Reporting for The Sage, this has been Austin Jew, Jack Spark, and Gavin Femrite.
It makes you think twice before getting a new game.
With prom on Saturday, May 10th, we know it can get pretty pricey. That's where the Princess Project comes in. It's a program helping students borrow prom dresses for free so everyone can show up feeling their best.
Here's Makena and Skylar on how it's making a difference.
From shoes to bling to beautiful dresses, the Princess Project is a treasure trove for those looking for the perfect prom look. Through donations and drives, this organization makes it possible for every girl to feel like royalty regardless of their means. Carla Ruiz, a dedicated employee committed to letting girls shine, talks about the rewards of being a part of this event.
This project means to me is giving an opportunity for teens to come in, look through dresses, and really get to like feel beautiful and have just this really fun kind of moment of, you know, searching for their perfect dress that they need for their event.
Not only do the employees make this possible, but also the donors that truly encapsulate the power of giving.
I looked through my closet and I found some old dresses that I just don't wear anymore or just from old dances, and I thought it would be nice to donate them. I think this project is important because I feel like everyone, regardless of their financial situation, should feel their best at prom.
The Princess Project isn't just sat on giving old dresses a new life, but giving every girl the unforgettable experience on putting on their perfect dress.
I think it's just really rewarding to see their faces light up when they find the perfect dress, and it's just so impactful to get to see like the confidence that we get to give them through this event.
Everyone was really welcoming and very nice, helping me try on dresses, and it's been very welcoming and exciting.
Every girl deserves a chance to say yes to the dress. For the Sage News, this has been Makena Coleman and Skylar Roy reporting.
Such an awesome way to make sure everyone feels their best on prom night.
For sure, and from fancy dresses to martial arts, our next story packs a punch.
Here is Helen, Jake, and Violet for more.
Just a few blocks past the flower fields and right by the beach lies Japan Karate Do organization.
This location is opened up 2003.
Karate Do, however, is more than just a building. Casey Songrove is a campus supervisor at Sage Creek who won the Pan American Karate competition in 2014.
Working with Lily, as well as her brother Ryan, they're definitely a lot higher level experience than a lot of the students are that come into the dojo, and they're super young. And Lily and Ryan are a little bit older, more experienced, so their level of training is definitely fun to watch. And
Lily Rashidi, who has gone to this dojo for years, is also a Pan American Karate champion.
I do karate, and I started it because I used to do gymnastics up the hill, and then I just came down here because I wanted to start it, and then it was really fun, so I just kept on doing it. And I like doing it because I get to beat up my brother.
Lily has been training about 10 years, 9 years, and she started 4.5 years old. Now she's at 12.5, so she has been very successful. Competition-wise, we've been saying we're going to go to different countries. We go to Europe, and then we go to Japan. We're just looking if we have a chance. We're going to Japan and compete. Coming up is a pro nationals in July. But before July, they have in Dubai or somewhere, they may have this tournament coming up, international level. We can't just searching right now. I'm sure she's going to go out of United States, 2 or 3 locations to challenge you up.
I want to train for upcoming tournaments, and like my biggest goal, which would be like way in the future, would be like the Olympics, because that'd be really cool. Tell your friends to come in, or someone you really don't like, maybe, I don't know.
This is such a cool way to stay active and learn some new skills.
It sure is. And speaking of skills, today is the last day to enter the poetry contest being held in the library.
Make sure to check out the senior commitment map now on our website. It's awesome to see where the class of 2025 is headed next.
Don't miss the pep rally this Friday. Dress in college gear tomorrow for Spirit Week and wear Western attire this Friday.
That's a wrap on today's show. Check out thesagenews.com for all our content.
And follow The Sage on social media at The Sage Publication. This has been Luke Miller
and Wesley Bodensteiner
reporting for The Sage.